Hey everyone, welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. Big thank you for everyone who's a returning viewer and a subscriber. In fact, a massive thank you to anyone and everyone who has subscribed to my channel. It's growing slowly and I'm really happy about that. So thank you for that. If you're new, then welcome. Welcome to my channel. So in today's reading we're going to be looking at, aren't we, the view of you and the connection. And as usual, we've got our three piles. We've got pile number 1, which is this beautiful card, and I think it says, Mermaid's Love, and we've got the little red, lovely deep red stone there that you can see. Then pile number 2 is this equally gorgeous card, and this says Like a Bird, pile number 22, and that is this lovely little green stone here. And then pile number 3 is a lovely card as well, The Art of Seduction. Yeah, The Art of Seduction there, and it's got this beautiful, very beautiful lilac or mauve stone there. So take your pick. As usual, use your intuition. That's the pile that's calling to you, that's got the messages. There might be more than one pile. It's a general reading. I just want to emphasise that it's a general reading. So take the messages that resonate with you. If they don't resonate with you, they might be for somebody else. Or it might be that you need to listen to another pile. I know that when I have readings, I might be drawn to 1 or 2 piles, or you might want to go to another reading that I've got on my website, not my website, that I've got on my channel, and I've got plenty of those. So, just never, what I'm trying to say is you never feel that you have to take a message that does not sit right with you. But anyway, let's get straight to it, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So we are doing today, aren't we, how do they view you and the connection. You chose pile number 1 to bring you into the reading, or card number 1 I should say, which is called Mermaid's Love. And this is a really, look at that image, that is a beautiful image. And we'll see if it has any bearing on today's reading, but this card really talks about complete harmony really, and togetherness in a connection. I don't know if you can see, we've got a mermaid, but we've also got this figure here, the kind of male in the figure, with wings on his back and a bird on his top hat. So they're sort of clearly from two different worlds. Air and water signs might mean something to you. So, Cancer, Scorpio, oh gosh, I've gone blank. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, of course. Oh my gosh, when you have one of those blank moments, I just went blank there. And then also the air signs of, Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. That might mean something to you. But anyway, so it's about sort of two worlds, people coming from 2 different worlds, but being able to sort of overcome their differences, and just have this beautiful union really of love and partnership and caring. Now it's interesting because 24 also cancels down to 6, and 6 is again the number of harmony, restored peace, calm, contentment, self-acceptance, love, marriage, reconciliation. So this might have some bearing on today's reading, but let's wait and see about how they view you and the connection. You've also got this lovely little red stone, and obviously red also makes me think of deep passion, deep desire. It also makes me think of the base chakra, which is all about security, stability, grounding in the 3D world, getting all your basics kind of sorted out really. So that might have something to do with this connection as well. But anyway, let's get straight to it. So we are asking today, aren't we, how does pile number 1's person view them and the connection? So please can we ask, how does pile number 1's person, they've fallen right out, I never got there too. How does pile number one's person view them and the connection? How does pile number one's person view them and the connection? Okay, oh, I've got 5 there. I didn't want 5, but I've got them. So I've got, the King of Wands. Okay, just bring that down so you can see it. I've got, the 5 of Wands. Right, I've got the Moon. 3 of Wands. And Ace of Cups. Okay, so in terms of astrological energies, what I'm seeing straight away is Pisces with the moon here, and that does go back to what I was saying about, there might be some water signs in this connection. Wands, King of Wands is fire. He embodies all the fire signs of Aries, Sagittarius and Leo. 5 of Wands is also Leo energy. 3 of Wands is Aries energy, so it's got a lot of fire here. And of course, Ace of Cups could be any one of the water signs, again, of Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So in this particular spread, I'm seeing quite a lot of fire and water here. So right smack bang in the middle of this spread, there is the Moon card, which makes me feel that there may be something, there may be some confusion for them in this connection, or there may be something hidden for them in this connection, or something clouded, something that needs to come out into the open. Maybe it's a secret connection or a clandestine connection, or something that is hidden and can't be seen, and maybe that's creating a lot of confusion for them about how they see you and the connection. Maybe there's been some deception or something has happened, because the moon can sometimes talk about deception, because it's obviously things are not clear in the moonlight, so things are being hidden in some way. So maybe there's been some sort of deception in some way, possibly, in this connection. But what I can say is that I do feel that there is love in this connection, because we have the Ace of Cups here. Ace of Cups is about a brand new love, or a renewal of love, or certainly a loving feeling, a new beginning in love. So if you're in a partnership and you may be in separation, and you might be with the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Wands here, then they're wanting to renew the love, they're wanting to bring new love into the situation. I think there's also something in the Ace of Cups about self-love, so maybe this has something to do with self-love as well. If you're in separation, if you're apart from one another, maybe it's a time for healing, and for you to fill each of you to fill your cup up, your own cup up, with self-love and self-worth here. Now, with the King of Wands here, I'm feeling that they are seeing themselves as the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is somebody who's very passionate. Kings are all about balance, so they bring all the fantastic qualities of the Wands suit, which is energy, drive, passion, charisma, fun. So I think they're seeing that they want to bring maybe some more passion, some more fun. They want to bring that back into the connection, because we have them at both. We have the King of Wands here and we have the Ace of Cups here. So I'm feeling that they want a renewal somehow, or they want to begin something. If you're not in a connection with this person, you're not in separation, they want to begin something with you. So it goes back to this mermaid's love. They want that harmony, that kind of a loving connection again. I definitely feel, and maybe there are some differences here, and that might be why we have the Moon card, the 3 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. Maybe there were some differences in this situation that might have caused some. 5 of Wands is about conflict, it's about challenge. So maybe there's been some challenges and some conflict in this situation. Maybe there's been some competition in this situation. It might have caused the Moon situation, where there are, feelings of doubt, feelings of things not being out in the open. So maybe there's something like that, maybe things going on behind the scenes, and that might have caused some conflict or something like that. But we have the 3 of Wands here, so I feel like if you are in separation, maybe there's a bit of waiting going on. We're in the position of waiting, stalling, just standing still, looking out. This person is standing still, looking out at that ship, but that ship has not sailed yet, so there's a lot of waiting. So if you're in separation, I feel you're in this kind of waiting game. Maybe something's happened to cause some problems. Certainly with the Five of Wands, some conflict, some challenge, some competition, but essentially how they're viewing it is that there is love and that they want a new beginning in love, and that they see themselves in a very passionate way and have very passionate feelings towards you. I feel like there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of sexual attraction in this connection, but it also, with the Ace of Cups here, I feel like the seed of love, if it's something new, you're not in a connection with them, the seed of love is something that they want to sow, that they may already have sown, and they want to grow this into a new beginning, a new partnership. There is this sense overall with the Mermaid's love and the Ace of Cups of this kind of like feeling of wanting sort of harmony, connection, cooperation, reconciliation, as I said. But anyway, let's get out an oracle card. So what angel oracle card can we bring into this connection, and how they view the connection? What angel is around? Well, that one's popping out here. What does that say? Oh, new beginnings. And that's interesting about what I was saying here with the Ace of Cups. So maybe this is a situation where it's reconciliation, they want a new beginning, if there's been some problem here, or if it's someone that you haven't started with, but for whatever reason, you know, there have been problems or there are issues, or maybe it's a secret or a crush situation that has to be secret, or some kind of connection that can't come out into the open at the moment, and they're maybe just biding their time, or you're both just biding your time with the Three of Wands here. This is about new beginnings. So this card of new beginnings is saying that they want, how they view the situations, they want a new beginning, a new start. So they want to overcome whatever challenges there are and have a new beginning. Really beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look and see what else we've got. What else have we got here? Let's have a look and see. So how is part number one's person viewing them and the connection? Oh, that one definitely needs to come out. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius, so bring love into the situation. So like I said, maybe if this is a situation that's in separation, or there's no contact, or something has happened, there's something about, and this whole new beginnings, and also that you chose the Mermaid's love, where there is a need for peace and harmony and love. So maybe there's been, you know, some conflict. I mean, this moon is completely covered. It's like a black moon, isn't it? So maybe some new, you know, a new brighter moon, a new love, a new beginning, love just generally needs to be brought into the situation, in this situation for you. But they definitely want to bring love into the situation. So if you're in separation from them, they definitely want to bring love into the situation. Okay, so that's that one there. And I've got something on my screen, and I'm just going to click that off. I can find there we go, let's take that off, thank you. Just distracting me there, but that was a message coming in there, so maybe there was a message that came up on my computer for me, so maybe there's a message on its way to you. Maybe there's a message, or maybe they want to message you in some way, or connect with you in some way, so that you can have this new beginning and bring love into the situation. But anyway, let's crack on. Right, let's do these ones. Actually, I might use my All-Same deck here. So, what or how does pile number one's person view them and the connection? How does pile number one's person view them and the connection? Please can you tell me? Right, so this, I'm pretty certain this is, yeah, the High Priestess. So this is the Orosama deck that I'm using, the Orosama Inspiration deck that I'm using here. And it says, I breathe in peace, I breathe out peace. So it says, establish contact with your true inner peace. So yeah, maybe this person with the moon, there's a lot of emotion. I feel like there's a lot of deep emotion. The High Priestess, again, talks about secrecy, talks about hidden things that are hidden, things that need to come, or hidden knowledge, or hidden messages. Also, she's, you know, she's that person in between, you know, this world and the next. She also has a very expansive mind. She's very knowledgeable. She's very open-minded. So maybe in this connection, what they're wanting is some open-mindedness, some peace. There's a lot of cards in this connection around wanting peace, and maybe something around you know, a reconciliation around balancing differences in some way, because the High Priestess sits in between two worlds. And again, we have the Mermaid's love, you know, these two different figures from two different worlds, but somehow managing to overcome those challenges, and like the High Priestess, sit comfortably between the two worlds in some way. But anyway, let's put that there. Actually, we'll have our High Priestess under the King of Wands. So maybe if you were in a situation before, and this is talking about reconciliation, maybe with the King of Wands, this person maybe needs to be a bit more measured, because sometimes the King of Wands is great, you know, and they are very balanced. Generally, they are very balanced, but sometimes, you know, with the King of Wands, they can be a little bit sort of showy, a little bit flirty, a little bit kind of really out there, because they're obviously very charismatic. So maybe with the High Priestess and this beautiful blue underneath it, there's a need for sort of, that they realise maybe there's a need to kind of be a bit more balanced, a bit more, or more balanced than they are normally, or a bit calmer. Maybe there's something about being calmer. They know that they need to feel calmer in this situation. Anyway, let's get straight to it. How does number one's person view number one and the connection? How does number one's person view number one? I feel like one. Oh, look, you see right next to the King of Cups. How does number one's person view them and the connection? How does number one's person view them and the connection? Oh my God. So what you have there is you have the moon underneath the moon. Now that is really, 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 really significant. There's also a really strong Pisces energy in this, and it comes right next to the King of Cups. So what I'm feeling here is this is a very deep, the emotions are very deep. So maybe this connection started off with the King of Wands as being something that was a bit of a, you know, that was more fun, really, maybe not a serious connection. But with the Ace of Cups here, with the King of Cups here, this person is really has really now developed deep feelings for you that maybe they weren't expecting initially. So maybe there was something about that, they weren't really expecting it initially. And with the Mermaid's love here, I'm just feeling with the moon here twice, and there's something very much hidden, or there's some sort of deep unconscious drive towards this connection. I've really pushed those cards there, haven't I, as I've said that. So there's some deep unconscious bond between the two of you that somehow, if there are differences that are to be overcome, they can be overcome. But maybe because it's right smack bang in the middle here, it is hidden at the moment. It is not out in the open. It is, you know, we can't have all the answers in a way really right now because of the moon. Things are kind of still under the surface, things are still uncertain, there's still confusion in some way. There's something like that here. Also deep, 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 you know, with the High Priestess, with the moon, with the King of Cups here, there's a huge sort of intuitive connection here between the two of you, and also just really a strong message to you, number one, I think, to listen to your intuition in this situation. Your intuition knows better than anybody else or anything else about how to guide you in this situation. Because we have the moon twice, there's so much water here that you really need to be guided as well by your intuition in this situation. But with the King of Cups, this person is definitely catching on to feelings for you. For some of you, it might be that there are two people that you have interested in you in some way, because we have the King of Wands and we have the King of Cups. So maybe there are two people in this situation. Maybe you yourself are involved in a situation where you're involved with two people here, and that might be why we have the secrecy, two very different people here. But anyway, let's crack on. How does number one's person view number one and the connection? I would definitely say there's a lot of love. They certainly have a lot of love that they've developed. That maybe wasn't obvious from the beginning, but they've developed over time. How does number one's person view them and the connection? Four of Pentacles and the King of Wands again. The King of Wands to start the reading, the King of Wands to end the reading underneath the Ace of Cups. So it makes me feel that there might be two people for you. There might be two people here that you're having to make a choice maybe between two people, and that they're in this kind of like where we've got this this might not be for everyone, but where we've got this kind of secrecy phase, this phase where things are hidden, and this waiting phase where we've got the Three of Wands, looking out, seeing if something will come to fruition. So maybe there's been some sort of secret or love, maybe there's a love triangle going on here, or a three-way setup going on here. You know, where you or the other person is involved with somebody else, and at the moment we have this kind of stagnant energy at the moment where we're just kind of holding on and waiting. But certainly, or this person feels like there's a little bit of a holding time, a waiting time, because we've got the Four of Pentacles here, where somebody is kind of holding on, a holding on energy, a staying, holding tight, a staying tight energy, or blocking off from emotions in some way. So I feel that intuitively they have all these emotions, they have all these feelings, but for some reason, because of the situations, they're having to block it, or there's some sort of waiting game going on here. But the King of Wands again underneath, and it's funny, at the beginning of the reading, didn't I said for the first row, the King of Wands starts it, the Ace of Cups ends it, and now we have the King of Wands again here underneath the Ace of Cups. So King of Wands, Ace of Cups, King of Wands. So this confirms to me, really, that this King of Wands character really wants, you know, this is your person, they really want to be in a relationship with you. They want a new beginning with you. They want a passionate new beginning with you. They want to start again. They want to... I think that as well, they you know, they've definitely caught a lot of feelings as a much more enduring kind of love that they feel that they have now got for you, that maybe initially they might not have shown, or that's kind of caught them unawares, but they may be attached elsewhere. You may be, for some of you, you may be attached elsewhere. And that might be why we have to bring love into the situation, because maybe there's been some conflict or some difficulty. Things are being hidden. Things need to come out into the open. Especially with the High Priestess here, it feels like there's a lot of secrecy in this situation. But with the Mermaid's love, I just feel like, you know, that overall they feel that there are differences, that those differences can be overcome, that those challenges can be overcome, and you might be coming from different worlds. There might be lots of differences in your situations, but you will. They are confident that this new beginning will happen for you and for them. Now let's just see what's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, look, 10 of Pentacles. I mean, this talks about, you know, coming together and having a solid beginning, in the 3D world, you know, a solid beginning, you know, the house, the car, all of the finances, all of the family situation, complete happiness really on a material 3D level. So I feel like in many ways as well, they want to offer something really concrete, something that they can build up with you, something that they can, you know, maybe start a family with you. If you haven't got a family with them, start a family with you, start something really solid and secure. And in terms, as I said, with Pisces energy, also King of Cups could again be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. With the Four of Pentacles here, that could be Capricorn energy, and with the King of Wands, again, that is all fire signs, isn't it? Of Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. But anyway, that is your reading, pile number one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be alerted to whatever reading I do in the future. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number two, and welcome back to your reading. So you chose, so I just need to do that. You chose this beautiful card which says, like a bird. It's really so beautiful, this card. Okay, and you also chose, I don't know why I don't need to swing around like that. And you also chose this gorgeous green stone, beautiful green colour. Anyway, let's see. So this card talks about, I mean, because this person is clearly looking for, you know, when we're pointing that way, she's clearly looking to the future. So this card indicates that maybe this person is clearly looking to the future. They want to look forward. They want to move forward in some way. That they are, you know, they're wanting to kind of break through and move forward into a kind of like a new phase. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. And also, you know, she's got wings in her back, and it makes me feel that maybe that this person wants to, I don't know, maybe fly away, break free, not necessarily from the connection. Let's wait and see what the tarot cards say, but it makes me feel that they want to kind of transform maybe in some way. But anyway, 22 cancels down to 4. Now 4 is the number again, or I should say, of laying foundations. You know, having security, having stability, working hard. It just makes me feel that this person kind of this person is kind of looking at this connection and looking at you. Maybe they're looking at you as somebody who is kind of moving forwards in their life, or moving on in their life in some way. It could be that. They could also want the connection to move forward and move on in some way, but they're looking forwards, they're looking into the future. That's what I feel with this person, that they want to move the connection forwards, or maybe they want they're thinking that you want to move the connection forwards, or move it on in some way, because we have the bird here. And then maybe there's something around wanting more security, wanting more stability, laying foundations in some way. But anyway, let's have a look and see. Let's see, so what does pile number 2's person, or how do they view pile number 2 and the connection? How does pile number 2's person view number 2 and the connection? Let's look at this. Children. So maybe you have some children with this person for some of you. Maybe you both work with children in some way. Maybe with children, I mean, children can indicate innocence, can't it? New beginnings, fresh eyes, beginning something new, looking forward. So it could go with that, like a bird, really. Something new, bright, fresh, something forward thinking, something moving into the future in some way. But anyway, let's have a look and see. How does pile number 2's person view number 2 in the relationship? How does pile number 2's, please can you tell me, how does pile number 2's person view number 2 and the connection? Emotions are running high, supermoon. So maybe something's happened in this situation, and emotions are very high, really, in some way. Let's have a look and see what our tarot says. Emotions are running high, supermoon. Okay. Let's start off with these. Okay, so how currently does pile number 2's person view pile number 2 and the connection? How does pile number 2's person view pile number 2 and the connection? So we have 5 of Wands. Okay. How does, that one wants to come out. Now that's too many. I'm going to go for that one, which is the 10 of Wands. Okay. How does pile number 2's person view pile number 2 and the connection? Strength. How does pile number 2's person view pile number 2 and the connection? Temperance. Okay, and I feel this one wants to come out as well. The Devil. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Cups as the overall energy. Okay, so, right, so yeah, I think they're seeing that there are some challenges in the situation for them, because we have the 5 of Wands, which talks about challenge, conflict, difficulty, competition, and we also have the 10 of Wands, and they're feeling sort of blocked and burdened, I think, really, in this situation to some degree, because the 10 of Wands talks about somebody who's completely burdened and weighed down with whatever the situation you're in, and that might be why we have emotions that are running high. And that might be, in a sense, why we have like a bird, because there might be something around somebody wanting to somehow get away from the connection, or move away from the connection, or feel like they want to fly off from the connection in some way. Now that might not be for everybody, it might just be for some of you. With the Devil card here, this can talk about being sort of chained to negative thoughts, negative beliefs, having negative patterns of behaviour, self sort of defeating behaviours, being chained, feeling like they're trapped and chained to things that are controlling them rather than them controlling that. So maybe there's an element of that in the connection where there's some negative behaviours that are going on at the moment. Also, it can talk about addictions or addictive behaviours. So maybe there's something like that going on in the situation, where there's been a bit of a push-pull situation where somebody maybe has been behaving selfishly, or that might be why we have emotions running high. If you're together as a couple, there might be other people involved in this situation with the children card here. Maybe you yourself are feeling, that you would like to, if you haven't already, that walk away from this situation. Now, this might be a situation for some of you where you're in separation. And at the bottom of the overall energy, we have this Page of Cups, which is this renewal. This is like a new beginning in love. So they're feeling like they want a new beginning in love, a new chance in love, a new start in love. So it might be that this situation has had some problems, has had some difficulties. You might be in separation, but it feels to me that they are looking for a new start or a new beginning. They want to try again in love. But this is, what I would say is that there's quite a lot of young energy in this particular pile. So maybe they've behaved in ways, might be why we have the children card here. Maybe they've behaved in quite immature ways or childish ways, and that might have been what caused the difficulties in the situation. But I think essentially they do want balance, because we have the Temperance card and the Strength card. So my sense is I feel they do want to try and overcome whatever issues might be controlling them with the Devil card, or whatever issues, negative behaviours, negative beliefs, that kind of stuff. They want to try and control it with the Strength card here. They want to try to contain it and have some control of it, gain some self-control. And I think they know that they need to do that. They know that we probably need to do that to get the relationship back on track. And if you are in separation, I feel that they are wanting that, and they are wanting this new beginning here in some way, because I think what they're wanting with this Like a Bird is stability. They're wanting security. They're wanting, with the number 4 here, I'm thinking with the 22 coming to 4, I'm feeling that they want that kind of stability, that kind of security. Now, in terms of astrological signs here, obviously with the Devil we've got Capricorn, with the Strength card here we have got I would say we have got Leo, and then with Temperance card we have got, actually we're not going to go on that one, we're going to go with the 10 of Wands. Now the 10 of Wands can talk about Gemini, and the 5 of Wands can talk about Aquarius. So those are just some of the astrological signs that I'm seeing here. But anyway, so my sense is overall that, for some of you, you might be in separation from this person. It might be you might be going through a pretty intense time with them, with the 5 of Wands here and the 10 of Wands. But because Temperance is right in the middle of the reading, I would say that they do want balance. They recognise that there are some issues here, there are some problems with the Devil card here, that they know that they need to get stronger. I think they need to get stronger in themselves. They want to overcome whatever issues and challenges there are in them, either in themselves or in the relationship. And they want this new beginning with the Page of Cups. They want this new beginning, this brand new start, if you like, in love. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Let's see if we've got any messages. So what message does pile number 2's person want to give to pile number 2? What messages does pile number 2's person want to give to pile number 2? What we've got here? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So you may already be in retreat, you may already be in disconnection, or maybe there's something about a need for, or they're feeling like at the moment, to get over these issues. If you're not in separation, maybe they're thinking that there's a need to retreat, to gain some time, to just be sort of a bit more reflective. Because I feel like even though we have this card here that says emotions are running high, I feel like emotions are pretty high. There's quite an intensity to this, because we've got a lot of Wands and we've got the Strength card, which makes me feel of fire. and fire always makes me think of kind of like quite heated emotions. So maybe there are quite heated emotions and they're feeling that they need a bit of a break. Maybe the two of you need a bit of a break to kind of just cool down and get some sense of perspective in some way. Maybe that's what's going on. Let's see, what else have we got here? How does pile number two's person, okay, I'm going to go for that one. How does pile number two's person view pile number two and the connection? How does pile number two's person view number two and the connection? How does pile number two's person view pile number two and the connection? Okay, and underneath we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so I've got to say here, I do feel that this situation is in separation, or it's certainly going through some sort of crisis or some kind of issue here, because we have the Tower card right underneath the Strength card, and I feel that maybe this is about, because this is about a situation that has, you know, maybe you thought was on secure foundations, but it wasn't on secure foundations, and it's come sort of tumbling down, it's sort of come apart really, and that's what the Tower card is. It might have been a massive shock, so maybe something has happened in this situation where there's been a huge shock in some way, and it has caused the situation to fall apart. Maybe with the Justice card, so you might actually be going through some kind of divorce for some of you, or some kind of separation, but you're just wanting to know how they view you and the connection right now. That could be for some of you, but it could also, with the Justice right underneath the Balance card, of course, that again is absolute balance, isn't it? Temperance talks about balance, and Justice talks about balance, and it's right, you know, it's central to the reading. So my sense is that overall, this person wants balance and harmony in this connection. They want balance, they want harmony, and they want to get it back into stability, because, and I think I keep going back, I don't know why, but I just keep going back to this like a bird with the 22 and the number 4. So they want stability, they want security, they want harmony. They recognise there's been probably some huge issues, and with the Three of Swords, there's some real heartache. You know, I feel like this person is really going through a lot of heartbreak, a lot of unhappiness. They are really feeling the situation, if this situation, and I do feel like this situation has come into separation, or there's been something in this situation that's caused a lot of upset. It could be something, probably got something to do with this Devil card here, but they certainly feel, they are really feeling, I think there's a lot of regret, and they are missing you a lot, and they are really feeling intense emotions really with this kind of Three of Swords card here, really intense hurt and loss, but they definitely, with this central temperance, the Temperance and the Justice, they so want to bring things back into balance. They recognise that it might be tough with the Tower card here, but both of these cards at the end of this line is the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. With both those knights are quick energy. So they want to come towards you, I think, quickly. That is what they want to do. If they're in separation, I feel like, you know, for some of you, they really want to come towards this situation quickly. But they also know that they need to, I think they also know they need to balance themselves out in some way. And that might be why we have the Retreat card. They need to balance themselves out. They need to balance their emotions. That's what I'm feeling. They really need to balance themselves out with the Devil card here. But they're kind of feeling, I think, maybe that's why we have the Devil card, their need for quick or immediate gratification would be to try to come towards you quickly and try to just get back to you quickly with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords here. But again, we've got the Two of Pentacles here, which is all about balancing out, all about weighing things up, all about working things out. So I feel that their intent, or their view of the connection, is they'd love to have it back. I think that's what the thing is. They'd love to have it back. It was in separation. They're really missing it. But there's a lot of work. They know there's a lot of work that needs to be done around balancing things out, because with the Devil card, when we have the Devil card, we are often not in balance. We're very much not in balance. We are just We are just behaving in a way that is around, in many ways, around just gratifying and having instant gratification, not really being in control of ourselves. Now, when we're balanced and we're in harmony and everything is balanced and aligned, then that couldn't be more separate from this kind of devil card, where we're just kind of reacting and going on what we want now. And I feel that they still have a little bit of that in them, because they want this Knight of Wands, they want this Knight of Swords, they want to come rushing towards a situation, but equally they know with the retreat, the balance, the justice, the Two of Pentacle cards, that they need to balance themselves out in some way. But they're definitely missing you. There's a huge sense of loss here, and with the Tower, I feel like something, I'm sorry if something really awful has happened, pile number 2. It makes me feel that something very hurtful has happened. You yourself might be going through, I'm sure you are, going through a huge sense of loss and upset and upheaval here, where there's a huge amount of strength that is required in this situation. But I feel that they they view you, they're definitely missing you. They want stability, they want security, they recognise they need to work a lot harder, they recognise they need to bring balance into the situation, they recognise they need to overcome, they definitely need to overcome whatever thought pattern or behaviour pattern that they were doing that brought problems into the situation. They know that they need to overcome that and make that right. With the Justice card, they know they need to make it right. And they kind of want to do that. They want to come towards you, definitely, with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords here. But let's see what other messages we might have from them for you. What would pile number 2's person like to say? Pile number 2, about how they view them and the connection. How do they view them and the connection? What would they like to say? How do they view pile number 2 and the connection? Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So yeah, I do feel that they are really missing you. And maybe with this card, they're just seeing you move on. They're just seeing you move on. You flow away. You look to the future. You be focused, because you're looking away in this. And actually, out of the 3 cards, interestingly, this person is on their own. I know they've got the bird as the companion here, but they are the solitary figure out of the 3 cards. So maybe you have moved away from this person, and they want, they want you back. They're really feeling the loss. I mean, my sense is that their view of you is that they feel a very strong connection to you, a very strong bond with you still. They are feeling your loss. But, it's up to you, isn't it, pile number 2? I mean, you might have gone through an awful lot with this person, and you might feel that actually you're better off without them. That might be something for you to think about yourself. You will make your own decisions about whether you feel, that you want to be back in a connection with this person. But I feel that the way they're viewing it is that they would like to be able to come back to you and to come back to you quickly. But they know that they need to balance out more, that they need to do more healing before they can do that in some way. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. But have we got one more? Let's have one more overall card for how pile number 2, person views pile number 2 and the connection. One more overall card about how pile number 2, person views pile number 2 and the connection that we have here. Oh my goodness. So the 3 of Swords again. Again, 3 of Swords. So what I'm feeling is that this person feels that there is probably a lot. We've got the Ace of Wands under there. Probably a lot of hurt. I think what they're feeling is that they would love to come back to you, but there's probably been so much hurt, loss, separation, heartache in the situation that they feel that you probably wouldn't take them back. I think that's what they're sensing. I think that maybe they're feeling that you probably wouldn't take them back, because of what has gone on in the situation. So, but they are with the 3 of Swords coming up twice. They are absolutely sort of in agony with it, really. I think they're absolutely in agony with it. They're really, really hurting from the situation. And because we've got the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands underneath it, I think ideally they would love a brand new start with you. Two of Cups, like I say, they see this connection as a really, really, really important connection for them. But I think that they feel that you will just not want them back. I think that's how they view the situation. They view that you will not want them back, or that there's maybe too much has happened in this connection or in this situation for you to take them back, and that you are now moving on in some way. But anyway, pile number 2, that has been your reading. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted to whatever I do in the future. Other than that, look after yourself, pile number 2, and have a great day. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Yeah, sorry, I'm just adjusting myself there. Okay, so we are doing, aren't we? You know, how does your person view you and the connection? You chose to come into the reading on this card, this great card. I love this card actually, and it's called the Art of Seduction. Now it's number 14, which cancels down to 5. Now 5, as a rule, does talk about challenges, disruption, upheaval, competition, risk taking. Now that may or may not have anything to do with our reading, but let's just air it anyway. And also this person, you know, this clearly shows a couple, and somebody is whispering into the other person's ear. It's, you know, it's called the Art of Seduction, and so there's some element of seduction, of being alluring, luring somebody in, that kind of thing going on. Maybe that may or may, like I say, this may or may not have something to do with our reading today. But you know, we'll just have to wait and see what comes up. You also chose this little purple stone here, really, which always makes me think of the sort of crown kind of chakra, really. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's have a look and see. So, what shall we start off with today? Let's go with this one. So, today we are looking at does part number 3's person. If you feel like you want to subscribe, particularly if you like the reading, then please do. It would really help me out. So anyway, how does part number 3's person view part number 3 and the connection? I feel like it's this one. What does this one say? Oh, a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra, so Libra might mean something to you. It's also got this scales here, hasn't it? So yeah, so that makes me think a fair outcome. So something like a fair outcome, a win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, so let's see how that plays out. What else have we got? Let's see, so let's start with these ones. Okay, so how does part number 3's person view part number 3 and the connection? How does part number 3's person view the star? That's a good start. How does part number 3's person view part number 3 and the connection? 9 of Wands. Okay, how does part number 3's person view part number 3 and the connection? The Lovers. Okay, I feel like this one wants to come out as well. Ace of Wands. And now one more. How does pile number 3's person view pile number 3 and, oh, that's too many. How does pile number 3's person view pile number 3 and the connection? And what's this one? 4 of Swords. And then underneath we have Knight of Swords as the overall energy. Knight of Swords. Okay. So, now obviously we have the Lovers here, smack bang in the middle of the reading. And it just makes me think of this as well, because we've got 2 people, haven't we, here? So I feel really that this, they view this as a very significant connection. So the Lovers card, also, you know, is about, or can indicate, kind of like a soulmate, twin flame type of connection. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking like we've got the balance, the 2 scales, lovers 2. So it just makes me feel, you know, because 2s can represent partnership, relationships, harmony, and choices as well. So there might be some choices in this situation. So there's, for some of you, this might be where you or your person are in a bit of a 3-way situation here, so there may be some choices here. Now the overall energy is the Knight of Swords, which is quick moving energy, swift, bold, direct, quick moving energy, and it makes me feel that they want to make a swift, bold move in some way with the win-win outcome. Maybe this is a situation where you're a little bit in separation at the moment with the 4 of Swords here, because the 4 of Swords talks about retreat, respite. Somebody might be feeling a little bit stressed or a little bit unwell in the situation, or needing to get some rest and respite, maybe in retreat. So maybe the situation is retreat. With the 9 of Wands here, this talks about feeling challenged, having to defend yourself. Maybe there's been some issues or some problems, but it's not something that can't be overcome with the 9 of Wands. But there's maybe something about somebody needing to stand up for a situation, and that might go with the Knight of Swords here, you know, because the Knight of Swords is about conflict, can often mean conflict, going in, you know, almost like this person is going into battle. So I feel like maybe there's something for some of you where somebody's needing to fight for you, or there's something where they had to fight for a situation. That might be why we have the Lovers card here. And the 2s as well, you know, needing to fight for something and then create some kind of balance or some better situation. The Lovers is the 6th card. That's about harmony restored, peace, calm, contentment, reconciliation, love and marriage. So this person is definitely seeing you as a significant person. This relationship as being significant. It might be challenged in some way. Some of you might be in separation in some way. I feel like they want to do bold, direct action towards you. But there's been some stress, and at the moment they may be in retreat in some way, so they may not be showing you that, but they're certainly thinking that, because Swords is all about thinking, it's all about strategizing, it's also about bringing in truth. So maybe they want to bring some truth into this situation. With the Ace of Wands, it's a brand new beginning, a passionate brand new beginning. So maybe you're waiting, so maybe it's a 3-way situation, or you're in separation from someone, or there's this period of kind of like waiting with the win-win outcome here, or the 4 of Swords, and you are waiting for a new beginning, a new start. I definitely feel that they want it, and they see you as the star. Well, the star is, they might even be looking at you or watching you on social media. If you're in retreat or you're in separation, they're certainly checking you out in some way. And they are, you know, with the star you might be quite well known, or they might be looking at you, but the star can also talk about healing, and it can talk about it can also talk about hope. Sorry, I just realised as well, this, you know, with the 2 jugs here, there's a lot of references to 2 in this reading. 2 jugs, 2 lovers, 2 lovers, scales 2. There's definitely this feeling of partnership, relationship, choices, basically creating harmony, or creating this lover situation. I feel like they want to create this kind of deep connection to you, but there might be some challenges to that, and it may be that you are in this kind of third party situation where you are this person, that they are, you know, that they may be with somebody else at the moment, or you may be with somebody else at the moment, but I feel like they want this 2-way situation with just you and them, but there is this kind of, possibly for some of you, this third element, this third party situation here. Because if we look at this 4 of Swords, although it is the 4 of Swords, there's like 3 swords that are pointing down towards this person's heart, and it just makes me feel like this might be a little bit of a 3-way situation that is causing them to go in retreat and to need to reflect and recuperate and rest, or maybe you need that. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Is there any messages? Let's have a look and see. Does pile number 3's person, what message do they want to give to pile number 3? Pile number three's person, what message do they want to pass on to pile number three? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay, so maybe there's something about, so you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So maybe this situation is kind of like a three-way situation, and you know they want, or maybe in the past they've wanted it to just be that, you know, where they, you know, they enjoy the moment with whoever person they're with, and maybe that's caused some problems, and that might be why we have the Four of Swords here, where things are in retreat, things are in respite. So maybe it was a, you know, again, like I said, a three-way situation for some of you, and maybe they were that sort of was okay for them for a while, and maybe it was okay for you for a while. I don't really know, but something has deepened here. So it's gone beyond just this kind of like sort of seduction, if you like, and they want something more than that. They've realised that they want something more than that, and that you want something more than that you deserve more than that, and that there's a much deeper connection. So maybe it started off as just a little fling, or just a little flirtation, or maybe it's a crush situation and they're involved with somebody else and you're involved with somebody else, but you have you had this kind of like little crush or this little thing, or there was an attraction, but actually it's moved into something much deeper now. Okay, let's have a look and see what else we've got. Is there any other messages from pile number three to their person? Any other messages from pile number three to their person? What other messages from pile number three to their person? Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Now that would go with the win-win outcome is forecast, where there's this period of waiting, and that might be why we have a lot of twos and balancing things out, where we're having to just kind of wait. We're just having to wait. I know it might be quite hard, but maybe it's about just letting things take its course. Obviously it's bound with the Lover's card here. You know, there is every, you know, things are on the right track for you to come together, but maybe there's a period of waiting that needs to happen really in some way, and that will be interesting because the overall energy is the Knight of Swords, which is all about rushing in. So maybe in this situation somebody's trying to rush the situation too much, and actually with the Four of Swords here and with this card there needs to be a little bit more time to reflect in some way. But anyway, let's go for these ones. Okay, so what does pile number three's person, how does pile number three's person view pile number three in the relationship? How does pile number three's person view pile number three in the relationship? Three of Wands. How does pile number three's person view pile number three in the relationship? I feel these two want to come out, which is the Four of Wands. Again, that is a soulmate, that's a twin flame, 1111. Queen of Wands. Oh, okay. How does pile number three's person view pile number three and the relationship? Five of Wands. I think the Five of Wands came out in pile number one. Did it come out in pile number one? It may have, Five of Wands actually may have come out in all the three piles. So if you feel drawn to any of the other piles, you might want to look at that. How does pile number three's person view pile number three and the connection? And this one, let's see what we got. Page of Wands. And underneath we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so I do feel that there's a little bit of a waiting game going on here with the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So there's something about kind of waiting, being in retreat, also about the overall energy is sort of holding on. So maybe there's this waiting because this person feels like they've still got to hold on a little bit before they can kind of act on how they actually feel. So that might be because they're involved with somebody else or there's something else going on, but there's this element of needing to wait a little bit longer, or holding on. Maybe there's some resistance for them as well, because the Four of Pentacles is about sort of wanting to hold on to something which is to do with material gain or what they think is stability and security in the 3D world, often at the expense of their emotional happiness. So if this is a situation where you are involved with somebody and they're involved with somebody else, and you know there's this kind of like choice going on for them, which I feel if for some of you this might be the case, they are holding on to it, they're in retreat and holding on to that, and you're wondering, you know, are they ever gonna are they ever going to make a commitment to me? I feel like that they're at the moment they're in this kind of feeling of I think in their head they want to rush towards you, they do, but there's this kind of like maybe there are other things going on for them, other considerations, maybe some material considerations or some financial considerations that is kind of causing them to not act on their feelings, or causing them to sort of hold on to something that maybe is not really the right thing for them. Because underneath the Lovers card, you are the Queen of Wands for them. So they definitely see you as I mean, the Queen is a fantastic energy. She's incredibly attractive. She is very charismatic. She's incredibly they are very, I would say there's a huge physical attraction to you in this situation, but it isn't just that. With the Lovers and the Four of Wands here, they definitely see you as somebody who is a very strong, and it goes with a little purple stone here, a very strong psychic link. I feel like there's a very strong psychic spiritual link between the two of you. But again, we have this, after the Four of Swords, we have this Three of Wands, really. So I feel like there is a bit of waiting here, unnecessary waiting. I think from your point of view, and I would say as well, you know, there's unnecessary waiting, there's unnecessary stalling in this situation here. But I think it's fear. I think they're quite fearful of moving forward at this point in time, even though they recognise this relationship and this connection is really, really significant for them. Also, we have the Five of Wands, so this brand new passionate beginning. Again, there is challenges to that. So I think their head and their heart is definitely, or their heart is definitely telling them that they want to come towards you, that they see you as a new beginning for them. And certainly with the Page of Wands, again, that's a passionate new beginning. But for some reason, there's a little bit of a retreat here, a little bit of holding on. But I think what the cards are saying to you is that you will get, I think the cards are saying to you that you will get the outcome that you want here. That's what I'm feeling. That this kind of like a bit of stalling is not going to last forever. Definitely not. I do feel that they will overcome, because the Five of Wands does talk about competition and challenge. The Nine of Wands can talk about being challenged, but it's about challenges that you can, you know, that you've got a fair chance of overcoming and of winning. And certainly with the Four of Wands here and the Lovers card here, right, you know, you can't miss that Lovers right in the centre, and you, the Queen of Wands underneath, you are definitely, I think you're a wish for them. You know, a star is like a wish, wishing on a star. You know, it's like you are a wish fulfillment to them. So I definitely feel that this sort of stagnancy that you might be experiencing at the moment, where you're having to wait, maybe what you feel is unnecessarily wait, is something that will, you know, will be overcome. But let's see if we can have one more card to sum up how pile number 3 views. Pile number 3's person views, pile number 3 in the relationship. One more card. So now pile number 3's person views, pile number 3 and the relationship. I think it's this one. Oh, so it's the Page of Cups. This is my Aura Soma deck, Aura Soma Inspiration deck, and the Page of Cups, which is the I Am bottle. I say yes to the situations, circumstances and conditions of life, but of course the Page of Cups is all about a brand new beginning, a brand new start, a brand new cups. It's all about, you know, romance, isn't it, really? But let's have a look. I don't know if I've gone through the astrological signs. Obviously with the Lovers card, that is Gemini. Certainly with the I mean, we've got quite a lot of wands here, haven't we? So we've got the Three of Wands, well that's Aries. We've got the Four of Wands, that's also Aries energy. We've got the Nine of Wands, and that is Sagittarius energy. Ace of Wands could be all the fire signs of Aries, Sagittarius and Leo. We've got the Four of Swords, which is Libran energy. We've also got Aquarius with the star. Have I said everyone here? I think so. So those are some of the astrological signs that I'm seeing here. So I'm seeing a lot of, just overall with the wands and with the yellow here, I'm seeing a lot of passion. Also there's a lot of fiery reds, yellows, oranges. So it feels like to me there's a lot of passion in this connection, but also a lot of, there's a strong, I think there was a strong psychic link between the two of you. Certainly with the Lovers and the Four of Wands here. And also because this Page of Cups is very yellow and orange, and it's just like very passionate. I feel like there's a very passionate feeling to this, but also, you know, it's a new start, and I do feel that they want a new beginning, a new start, or a start with you. So if you are in a situation where there's a bit of stalling, you're in separation, you're wondering why you're having to wait around, what they're going to do, I do feel that this period of stagnancy will resolve itself. Let's have a look and see if we can have one more. I know I said that was the last message, but let's have one more message from pile number 3's person to pile number 3. One more message from pile number 3's person to pile number 3. There you go, reconciliation. Okay, so someone from your past is returning to your life. So maybe this is a situation where you were with somebody, and you're in separation, and they're coming back to you. This is confirmation that that reconciliation is happening for you both. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If you haven't, please do hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you can be alerted to whenever I upload a reading in the future. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.